Hello YouTube, it's Ryan here with Hobbies Man once again, and today we're going to be doing a haul video. And for transparency, I'm recording this Saturday before the month ends, so I still have about 5 days to go. But I'm doing this now because I don't think I'm going to buy anything, and also because it'll make sure that I don't buy anything if I pre-record it, because I'm going to be too lazy to record a new version. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't spend more money than I already have. So yeah, we're gonna have some Lego figures, even a board game, and then we're gonna have a bunch of comic books and then a bunch of manga at the end. There's gonna be a mix of physical and digital, so I'll do the digital parts of the specific sections first. So digital comic books and then digital manga. Digital comic books, and then physical comic books, then digital manga, then physical manga. Just to keep it all in the same kind of ballpark. And the same kind of style across all of them. So, yeah, let's start with the figures and board games and shit, and then we'll move into the other stuff. So, starting off, the first thing I bought this month was this Lego Speed Champions 007 Aston Martin DB5. I already built it, as you guys can see. I opened this. I like to keep the boxes relatively intact, just in case I ever decide to sell it again, or just to display them. And if I decide that I don't want to sell it again ever, I get rid of it. But for now, I'm going to keep this as it is, just in case. I'll put up a picture of the actual model all built right now. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And it was about $20. They actually just came out a few days ago. And I could have waited a few months to see the price go down, but I wasn't really feeling like it. I mean, at the end of the day, if I save the $5 now, I'm gonna waste them on something else in this, later. So there's really no difference there. Also, it's very unclear when things go on sale when it comes to Lego, and I just wanted to pick them up and get them as soon as possible. So I got that one, and then it's like its sister package or sister deal or sister model, which would be the Speed Champions Fast and Furious Dodge Charger, 1970 Dodge Charger RT. I'm not a big fan of cars, honestly. I don't really care about cars, but I like these two franchises, and I think that these models are really interesting and cool, and so that's why I got them. It's not really that I like cars, it's that I like models, right? So yeah, this one looks fun. It's pretty interesting. The Aston Martin was really cool. It had a lot of interesting building techniques. So I'm really excited to get into this one, which is going to be even more interesting. It has a lot of snot build, which is, without the studs showing. So that's pretty interesting. I've been watching a lot of Lego videos lately, as you guys can probably tell. And yeah, so I got those two things. And then today, when I went grocery shopping, there was this, and it was for sale for $4. I don't know what it would actually cost usually. It doesn't really say anywhere. But, board games are usually pretty freaking expensive. So I'm guessing it was about, $30 or so at least. I know Catan is like 45. So this would probably be around that same kind of price range. And I got it for $4. So that's really awesome. I'm guessing just no one was buying them for some reason, which I don't know why. It's a Space Invaders like board game. So it's the same idea as the video game, but you have this little 3D launcher, these little chips that you're gonna throw, and this big board. And it looks really exciting and really fun. I don't know why no one got it. I also liked it because I can play this by myself if I really feel like it. Which I really don't, but just in case I ever feel like it, or if I'm bored, it's something to play by yourself too. So that's pretty fun. I got it just because it was $4. I'm not really a big board game person. I mean, I used to be when I was in middle school and high school, because we could play with a lot of people in high school. I don't really have that many friends that are interested in board games nowadays, and so it's kind of hard. But recently, this past summer, my cousins really got into board games too, and we've been playing them while we were there. So, if this was $4, I picked it up, and hopefully next time I see them, we can play some board games again. So, yeah, Space Invaders, it seems really fun. Maybe I'll do a review on it if I ever play it. I'm not sure. Me and my roommates have a bunch of board games that we've bought over the years that we've lived together, and I think we've only ever played like 2 or 3 of them. So it is what it is, right? But yeah, that's it for that. I also have 2 figures on the way. Thanks to, who was it? Manga Alerts, or was it Midnight Roboto? I can't remember. Someone on Twitter, which I'll post the Twitter right here, their Twitter right here. They mentioned that Crunchyroll was doing a sale. And, I clicked on it and I was curious about what it was because, I've never bought anything from Crunchyroll or Right Stuff. And now with Right Stuff and Crunchyroll merging, it was kind of interesting to see what they were kind of trying to sell. And it turns out that they were selling figures. Now, most of them didn't really interest me, but the prices were really good. Everything was less than $10, which is an awesome price for things that are normally $30, $40, $50, $100, right? So I thought it was a really interesting idea. And then I came across 2 One Piece figures. So these were the Nami Glitter and Glamour prize figure version A, which is Nami post time skip in a sexy pose with her climb attack, the blue one, not the orange one that Usopp gives her in Zoe, and a lady fight Boa Hancock from Marineford War. So she's wearing her purple dress and she's got her leg raised like she's about to kick someone. And they were $10 each. So I picked them up. The shipping was only $5. That's pretty normal. It wasn't really all that expensive. So for $25, I got 2 figures that each would have cost about $30 if I bought them at a normal price. So I basically paid 1 for 2, more or less, or 2 for 1. So I'm quite happy with that. However, I realized later that there also was a Robin figure, but that one was, I think it was what was it called? It was like Robin Kung Fu something or other. I can't remember. But that one was sold out. And that's why I didn't see it originally, because it was sold out before I even looked at it. So I was curious to see if I could order it while it was sold out. It doesn't seem to be the case, which is sad. But I would have really liked to been able to purchase that one as well, because my favorite female characters in One Piece are Robin, Nami, Vivi, Boa Hancock, and is there another one? I can't really think of another one. I really like the girl from Film Z, but I don't really know her as a character, right? So, out of my 4 favorite female characters, I've got 2 of them already. I need 2 more, and I would be really excited to pick them up. So, I don't really care too much about what sort of outfit they have on or anything like that. So, I'll probably keep a lookout for Robin and Vivi. But yeah, so I had not initially planned to buy any figures, and the first figure that I wanted to buy was actually the Papa Parade Urza Scarlet, but the situation turned out to be that I had the opportunity to buy these One Piece figures, and so I did. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a new, more expensive hobby, because every hobby that I have is mostly collecting hobbies, and those take up a lot of money, and I don't really need to have another one. So yeah, I got 2 more figures. They're coming in. I don't know when. It's been a few days since I ordered, and it hasn't been processed yet, so I'm guessing it probably they won't arrive before the end of the month. So it is what it is. Now let's move on to comic books. Let me do the digital comic books, and then I'll step away for a second to grab all of that pile over there, and then I'll do the physical comic books. And then we'll take a break so I can do something else, and then I'll do the comic book, the manga afterwards. So, yeah, let's look at the digital comics. I didn't buy that many. Vault was having some sort of sale at the beginning of the month, and I bought the completed No One's Rose collection. I'm not sure what it's called. It was just a single volume. It was $2. I picked it up. I'm not really sure about the story, but I liked the artwork quite a bit when I was looking at it. So, No One's Rose. One-shot volume, trade paperback. Well, actually, it's not a trade paperback, but it's a digital version of a trade. So there you go. And then Shadow Service 1 and 2. I also got these digitally because each of them was $1.99, I think. And then Sarah and the Royal Stars, volumes 1 and 2. And actually, this was the same sale that I took advantage of last month when I bought Barbaric and Money Shot and all the other series that I mentioned. So yeah, that's 5 different digital comic books. Again, that's No One's Rose, Shadow Service 1 and 2, and Sarah and the Royal Stars 1 and 2 as well. And all of these are Vault comics. So these are kind of ordered in when I bought them. So hopefully it's not a mess. But yeah, so I got back from visiting my parents, and a few days later, I went to my local comic book shop and picked up a bunch of stuff. But actually, this first little pile of stuff I got because my roommate was nice enough to go to my local comic book shop and get stuff that I was missing. So here's issue 6 of Rogue Sun. I'm missing issue 5, but my comic book store already has it, so I just need to go pick it up. There was a clerical error, and they put it somewhere else and not in my pull box. So yeah, here's Sheena number 8. This story is coming to a close here real soon. Here's Starhenge book 1. Oops, sorry. The comic books almost fell. Okay, here's Starhenge book 1. This one is really interesting. The artwork is phenomenal. It's really, really good. But the story is kind of weird. It's this kind of techno, battle that's happening that you don't really understand. But at the same time, there's this like high school romance thing, very Twilight-esque going on at the same time. And there's this whole combination of things where it's all going to happen. I'm not too sure I like it, but I don't really hate it either. I'm already halfway through the series, so there's no point in me, dropping it right now, because I think it's only 7 issues. And I quite like the artwork at the very least, so I'm willing to stick it out for that long. And if I end up not liking it, I can just resell it later, so it's no big deal. Then Mirka Andolfo's Sweet Paprika. This one is about to end as well, and I'm curious if she's going to have a secondary series to go along with this, because it's like ending, and it feels like it's ending, but it also doesn't feel like the story of Paprika and Dill is over yet, so I'm curious to see how that goes. Then Moon Knight issue 14. This one was pretty good. I quite liked it. Dead Lucky issue 1. This is another one of the Massive Verse series. This one is interesting. It's some futuristic California. I think it's Los Angeles, actually. And it follows this woman that is half Chinese, half Mexican, which I think is interesting. And she has this power to turn into this. And she also is able to charge up electronics. And so she has this mecha robot that she battles with. And there's this kind of dystopian, totalitarian kind of situation going on where this company is trying to take over stuff by faking this idea that they're protecting people. So I don't know. Let me see if I can find the robot. Well, it doesn't look like it. Whatever. I know it was here. I just can't remember where. Let me see. There's also another Massive Verse story that's actually part of the Image anthology books. So I think it was in the first 4 anthology books of Image that they're releasing this year. They have a short 4-issue story that is another part of the Massive Verse. So I might track those down, but I'm not sure because I don't really care too much. There's also a Mirka Andolfo story, so I might just pick it up because Mirka Andolfo and Kyle Higgins Massive Verse, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, Dead Lucky was pretty interesting. Then we have Barbaric Axe to Grind issue 1. Axe to Grind is the second story, and this was a good book as well. It was really nice to get back to Barbaric, and I really like this art style. And there was Red Sonja 11. So there you go. Okay, and then I got 2 trade paperbacks, also Image related. So first I got Low by Remender and Tocchini. This is volume 1. I'm not too sure what it's about. I've seen a lot of people review it, and I think the art style is interesting, even though it's not really my favorite. But it feels really appealing. There's this kind of edginess to it. And it has this sci-fi vibe to it, so I'm really interested to read it. Then Black Science, which is another Remender work. This one is with Matteo Scalera as the artist. And again, this one has a really interesting art style and has this adult, edgy kind of vibe to it. And again, it's another sci-fi series. So yeah, I picked these up because they were $5 a piece because I bought them from my local half-price books. And I really like Image's idea of the first volume being really cheap and then everything else being, average priced. I think it's a really good strategy. I really wish manga companies employ this. But so I got those 2 Image books. Also got 2 other Image books later, but let's get back to the single issues because I bought more. So these were the ones that I actually picked up once I got here. So Savage Tales, which was kind of mildly disappointing, but I like the Red Sonja story, so can't hate it too much. Starhenge issue 2. Again, the art style is really great. The story is really odd. Death Dealer #3. Really excited about continuing that story. And there's another one that's going to come out. That's another Frank Frazetta work, which is called Dawn Attack, and that one's supposed to be some sort of sci-fi, heroic fantasy pulp style story, which I'm really excited about. Here's Billet and Valeria #3. This one is kind of dealing with the mythology that is affecting the women that are in this story, which is interesting. Then Moon Knight 12. I think I got these out of order. I'm not sure why. I don't remember what happened. Maybe I put the pile in the wrong order, but who cares? Whatever. Okay, so Moon Knight 12. Then Sheena 7. Yeah, I do think I put them in the wrong order, so I apologize for that. So I think this is the pile that my roommate got me, and the other pile that I showed you first was the pile that I picked up. I can't honestly remember anymore. It doesn't really matter either, so whatever. Here's Barbaric Harvest Blades. This is a one-shot that was supposed to come out before Axe to Grind #1, so this is definitely the pile that my roommate got for me, and not the pile that I bought. So yeah, here you go. There's Red Sonja. This one is issue 10. This is a story that's also wrapping up soon. So yeah, there's all of the stuff that I bought so far. There's just 2 more books, and then we can turn over to the manga. So the other 2 books that I got, also by local half-price books, were Middle West, which is a story that I'm really interested in because I saw a lot of reviews for it. I don't love the art style, but I don't hate it either. It seems really interesting. And I know Scotty Young has also done a lot of other kind of offbeat fantasy stories, like I Hate Fairyland. I really didn't like the artwork for that one, but I might check it out if I like this one. But this one, I think, is supposed to be about this boy who has an abusive dad. His dad disappears, and this kid gets powers, some fantasy powers, and now he's kind of searching for his dad, and I feel like that's what this is about. I'm not exactly sure, so if I'm wrong, please let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I've heard really good stuff about this. So there's a lot of other fantasy image titles that I want to look into, but I thought this one was a good starting place. And then this other one I got was Gemini. I saw this in a near mint condition recommendations video a while back, and it was completely by accident. I also managed to find it on my half-price books. I was about to skip over it, and then I remembered that I had heard this title before. I saw the cover and immediately knew what it was, and so I decided to pick this one up. Since this is a completed story, this one was actually not $5. It was about $7, if I remember correctly, which is still pretty good for a book that is basically mint condition. So yeah, Gemini is a superhero story of some sort, where this guy doesn't know that he is a superhero because he has like alternative personalities or something like that, and one of them is a superhero. So that's interesting. I'm not too sure if I'm going to like it, but I like the art style. It kind of has a very anime style vibe. It kind of reminds me of the old, what's it called? The old Teen Titans book. And it seems like fun. I like tokusatsu. I like superheroes. I'm interested to see if this is kind of like those things. So yeah, that's all I have in terms of comic books. So I'm going to take a little break right now for myself. I need water, and I need to do something really quick, and then I'll come back for the manga section. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, I realized that I forgot to mention this, which is Harleen. This is a completed DC Black Label work, and this one was a single purchase. It was what was it, $15. I got it the first day of the month. Usually it's $30. That's why I bought it. It was on Amazon for half off, and I just couldn't, pass it up. So here we go, Harleen. I forgot to mention that. Let's also do a really quick and tiny novel section, because I bought Tarzan. Book 2, The Return of Tarzan. I bought this because it was like $1 at Half Price Books the other day. So there you go, Tarzan. That's all there is to that one. So yeah, now let's get into the manga. Yeah, so let's start with the digital stuff. So I bought a bunch of stuff because Bookwalker was having a sale, because Kodansha was having a sale, and I picked up a bunch of volume 1s. So we got Happiness, the Yagui Ninja Scrolls Museum, which I'm really interested in. If I like this one, I'll probably switch over to the Spanish edition, because those are physical editions. There's only 3 of them, so I'll probably end up buying those if I like Museum. If I don't, I'll probably not buy anymore. And I bought volume 1 of Kasane. Again, if I like it, I'll probably switch to the Spanish editions. The Magical Senpai. I've been really interested in this one for a long time, and I thought there was a physical edition, but it doesn't seem to be the case, so there we go. Then Blissful Land of Volume 1. This is basically another kind of bride story type, book, and I'm really interested in it. Again, if I like this one, I'll switch over to the Spanish editions. Saint Young Men. This is pretty good because I got it for $1.50, whereas a physical volume of it would have cost me about $20, so that was a really great purchase. Hopefully I like this. If I don't, it's no big deal. I don't really care. It's all good. Harem Marriage. I've been interested in this for a long time. It seems to be a really interesting series, but it's one of these Kodansha online only kind of series, probably because Harem Marriage seems to be a really concerning title when manga and stuff are already held to a higher scrutiny because everyone thinks it's for kids, and everyone ignores the fact that mostly the people that buy it and read it in the US are adults, right? So yeah, then I got Ace of Diamond, or Ace of the Diamond Volume 1. I was going to read it this month for the sports month, but things got away from me and I didn't really decide to do so. I still have a few days to do it, so I might, but I don't think so. I don't really plan to do so. Then I got Rand the Peerless, not to be confused with Rand of the Great World. This is completely different. The art style looks really interesting, though. Watari-kun's blank is about to collapse. I don't know if this is supposed to be like an innuendo, or the blank is supposed to mean like something, like his dick or something. I'm not sure. I doubt it, but it's just a bunch of little stars. So it's a blank. What I Love About You, Volume 1. Police in a Pod, Volume 1. I don't know too much about either of those. I just thought they would kind of look interesting. Love After World Domination. And if I remember correctly, this one is a Power Ranger story where the bad guys won, and then one of the bad guys likes one of the Power Rangers that lost. I think that's what it is. I'm not too sure. Honestly, I don't know too much about it, but it looks interesting. And then My Master Has No Tail. Again, this one I don't really know anything about, but it looked interesting. So that's it for the digital manga. I hopefully had pictures of all of them up while I was talking about them. If not, I apologize in advance. So yeah, that's it for that. Then we're going to go all over the place here, and I'm going to show you all of the different manga that I bought this month. So let's start with the ones that I already read so I can keep them kind of separate so I can remember them for my reading wrap up. So Record of Ragnarok 3, awesome series. I really enjoyed it. This begins the battle between Poseidon and Kojiro, and it finishes Zeus versus Adam. And again, like I mentioned way back, I don't think it really makes a difference whether you watch the anime or not. A lot of people complained about that 1 30-second clip where it just turned into a slideshow, which again is basically the same as this. So whatever. But I can still understand the complaint. I don't personally think it matters all that much. I mean, yes, when you sit down to watch an anime, you are expecting it to be animated, and it being a slideshow is not what you signed up for. But again, most people didn't actually directly pay for this series. It was paid through their subscription, which they already had regardless. I very much doubt anyone subscribed specifically to Netflix to watch Record of Ragnarok, and if you did, I'm sorry, but who cares, man? It's not really that serious. I think people overreacted, as they tend to do in the manga community, about things that don't really matter all that much. But I definitely understand the complaint. I don't think it really is a necessary complaint, but it is there once I finally read that part of the story. In this, yes, this feels a lot more exciting than the way they handled it in the anime, but again, it's really not that big of a deal. Whether you see it here or you see it in a slideshow on the anime, it is still the same set of drawings, so it doesn't really matter, right? Like, I don't really get that complaint all that much. I understand it, but I don't really, find it to be all that important. And then Beauty and the Beast, issue 3, or volume 3, sorry. Really great stuff. It kind of deals more into who the Lady Yakumo is and why she's the way she is. And I thought it was interesting. It also introduced me to this new Japanese food called cream stew. I have not been able to make it yet because very similar to Japanese curry, it is better if you do it based on this little roux box or these little roux squares that they sell, but I can't find any in my local stores or on any of the online stores that I would usually shop for, you know, Asian ingredients. So it looks like I'm not gonna be able to try that stew anytime soon because I don't really feel like making my own roux for it. So yeah, but good volume. I liked it. I'm pretty sad about this printing error on the spine. It's really annoying. It's usually only a Kodansha problem, but it seems that Square Enix has been having many of these issues as well, and it's kind of disappointing. Drifting Dragons 10. I was blissfully caught up to this series for like a second, and then I immediately was not caught up anymore because they just released Volume 11, even though it was listed to be out in November. So it is what it is. I need to go buy Volume 11, but this one was really good. It had a lot of extra stuff in it that I was not expecting to be in this. So yeah, and then one last one of the ones that I've already read, which is Pokemon Adventures. My roommate actually picked this up for me the other day that he went to the comic book store, and it was a really good one. It's really interesting. This one covers all three of the red, green, and blue stories of the Pokemon Adventures manga, which is the original video game. And then the next one is the Yellow Saga, which is 3 volumes of Pokemon Yellow. However, the cover for that one is blue. So I don't know. I think that I understand why they did the way they did, but I feel like it kind of is confusing. Because, you know, red, green, and blue makes sense that red would be the guy in the cover. But for the Yellow series, you would expect, you know, Yellow to be the main cover. And I don't think she's a cover until, like, Volume 4 of these special editions. So it's a little bit confusing. I understand why it happened. It kind of sucks. It is what it is. It's no big deal, right? So, yeah. Pokemon Adventures Volume 1, really, really good stuff. I actually quite enjoyed myself reading this. Then let's look through the pile and get the other big book, Vinland Saga Volume 9. I'm really excited about this one. However, this one doesn't finish to cover the Greek expedition arc or whatever it's called, where they go to sell their narwhal horns in order to get money so that they can go to Vinland. So I probably won't read this until I pick up Volume 10 so that I can do a review of Volume 8, 9, and 10 all together and cover all of the Eastern Expedition arc or whatever it's called. So I can do a whole review for that and then agonize and wait as we wait for the next Vinland Saga volume to come out, which should be Volume 13, and I'm pretty sure Vinland Saga is also about to finish really soon, or at least I heard that Makoto Kimura had said that it is coming to an end in the near future. I don't know when that will be though, so it is what it is, but this is a good book. I really like this green color. It's really, really nice looking. It has wolves on the little knot there, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, then let's look at all the normal manga. So most of these I bought at my local Walmart over the last couple of times that I've been grocery shopping. So this one I bought from Amazon yesterday, actually. So Eden 017, I am caught up to the series for now. 18 just came out digitally, but I think it is pushed back a few months for the physical edition. Deadpool Samurai, I picked this up on a whim. I'm not sure if I'll like it, but if I don't, it's no big deal. I'll just go drop it off at my local Half Price Books at the end of September. Then I got Komi number 19, really nice, and number 20. So I'm caught up to the series as well. I think Komi in Japan right now is at 26 volumes or something like that. So yeah, that's all of the manga that I bought. I also have one light novel that was given to me by Moonquill. So it's an original English light novel, but it is still a light novel, and that's Lord of Goblins issue 3, volume 3, whatever you want to call it. And this one seems interesting. I'm really excited about it. I really like Lord of Goblins, or at least I like Moonquill, and the fact that they publish Lord of Goblins is a plus. They're really nice. They always send me these volumes as they're coming out, and I have not really lost interest in the series. It's just I think Michael is still trying to figure out his pace, and it's kind of taking a long while, but I'm really excited to get into this issue. So, sorry, not this issue, this series, right, this volume. So I do want to notice that it seems like they changed animation studio, or sorry, not animating, illustration studios. I'm not sure why. So this art style looks a little bit different from the previous one, which is interesting. So yeah, there really isn't too much to say. I'll figure it out later, but the illustrations look pretty interesting. So yeah, that's all I got in terms of manga, and that's all I've got in terms of the month. So yeah, hopefully I don't buy anything else in the next couple days. I don't really think I will, but just in case, if I do, I'll put it at the end of this video. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you guys have bought this month. And if you have anything really interesting that you want to share with me, please let me know down in the comments. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and see you guys later.